Hello and welcome to another Gaming Buzz pickup video. I'm Jacob.
I'm Christian.
Man, it's been a while since we've done one of these, huh?
It's been 3 months, but who's counting? Well, actually 4, maybe.
Apparently no one's counting.
No, I don't know.
We're going to go over some games we've picked up in the past couple months, some hot, sizzling summer games we've picked up, because it's, well, almost fall.
This is the video titled Hot Sizzling Summer Game Pickups.
Sure.
Underline.
Why not? So we're going to just go through some of the games we've picked up recently. Pretty self-explanatory, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start with you. Why? Because I want to. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to start.
I'll start with the easy stuff first, the less I have of. These things that I have right here. Amiibo, the easiest ones. Well, Nintendo announced that they were going to print Mary and Callie Amiibos, and I got them. And I got... What is this? The Wolf Link Amiibo. I'm sorry.
Now, that you cannot buy on itself normally. It comes with the a copy of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD.
That is correct.
So how'd you get it?
I went to a secondhand reseller.
And you just bought this without the game.
Exactly.
Nice.
So now I don't need to buy the same game again, technically. Because it's HD. And
Yeah,
what else?
I was kind of mixed on Twilight Princess getting, an HD remaster. But the amiibo itself is very nice looking. So with that, I'm going to...
No, you can't. I need this for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's okay. I already have one, so...
Put these back over here.
Amiibos, huh?
Yep.
I got no amiibos.
What do you have instead?
I'm amiibo-less. Well, something interesting that I did pick up is right here. Let me pull that. I have a thing for import games. I really, really like Japanese games specifically, and I love buying them, especially cartridge-based ones. And one of our local game stores, for once, got some in. They're quite rare in our area. So here's what I picked up. I picked up a copy of Super Tetris 2 plus Bombliss.
Now,
Bombliss?
the question is, are these more expensive than a regular cartridge?
In some cases, they're more expensive. Typically, if they're like lesser known titles, they're more expensive. But if it's something relatively common but sought after, they're actually less expensive. For instance, you can get an English copy of Chrono Trigger for $100 or so, if you're lucky. And a Japanese copy you can get for like 10. But that's because that's an RPG. RPGs are always cheaper if you go with the Japanese version because they've got a lot of text, which you can't read unless you know Japanese. I also picked up, and I'm disappointed in myself, I forgot the name of this game, but it's a terrible, terrible fighting game. If you guys know the title of this game, let me know.
I can figure this out. There's a dragon and a lion.
It plays very similarly to Street Fighter 2, but a lot slower. And I'm not a big fan of it. I kind of got it just because...
Oh, Sidewalk Fighter.
I'm very disappointed in you right now. I'll figure it out.
What's your last
And then
name?
the third one is not an import game. Because when I was grabbing my stack of import games, I forgot that I had just played one, and this was at the bottom of the stack, so I'm like, oh, there's 3 games there, that's it. Not realizing, I should have known, because they are kind of differently shaped, but I was in a rush, so I didn't. So the third game, pretend this copy of The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past is the game. I got a Japanese copy of Super Mario Kart.
Oh, okay.
Which was actually a little bit cheaper than a typical copy. An English edition copy. And the nice thing about that game is it really uses very little Japanese at all. Only the menus at the start. And if you've played enough Super Mario Kart like I have, that doesn't matter. You just know what they are. So it was basically just getting a discount and getting it in a cooler looking cartridge.
Right. All right, so do we switch back to me?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
All right, let's do some old school games first, like you did. Let's start with Sega Genesis and PS1 here. First up, I have Hard Driving for the Sega Genesis.
Now you got that on Darian's recommendation, I take it, because it's a racing game. And
Yes.
you only buy racing games when Darian's like, buy this.
Yeah, pretty much. He knows his racing stuff, and I do like racing games once in a while, as long as they're good. All right?
I played Hard Driving, but not on the Genesis. I played the arcade version of it once before, and that was pretty fun. At least I'm pretty sure it was Hard Driving. Maybe not.
All right.
Darian will tell me later. He'll lecture me.
The next game is called FoxKids.com's Micro Maniacs Racing.
Oh, I really want to know what that's from. I'm not familiar with it. Normally, I'm familiar with most of like Fox Kids' work. Fox Kids was like one of the Saturday morning cartoon networks here in the United States when we were quite young. I think it lasted until 2000, I want to say, maybe 2001.
As far as I know nothing about that. I just bought it because...
I broke. It's not broken.
It's not broken yet. No. Because it looked interesting, just like Micromaniacs Racing. It's just like, it sounds fun, and it's made by Codemasters, which they're okay. Also, 8 players, 1 to 8 players.
So it can use... Now, is that by linking 2 systems together, or by using...
I think you use 2 multi-taps.
Okay.
Okay?
So my question for you about this one...
Yes?
Have you played it?
No.
Darn. I was really wondering. I was going to go, does it suck? And your answer would probably be yes. But it'd be cool if it doesn't, so let us know sometime.
All right, and last game for the PS1. Now, I bought this because I looked at the price and I was like, what? And I left it on it. It's like $9 to $10. It's Chess Master 3D.
Why is a chess game $10?
I don't know, but it sounds exciting, like reading all these little text that you can't read.
And you have or haven't played this?
I have not played it either, okay? But I bought it for the curiosity. When I play it, will it be good or not? It's not a chess game for stuff, so it's your general game and all that. And possibly the AI is not sucky or bad.
How can it be good enough to warrant $10 on a PS1 game, you know?
See, that's the thing. It's like, why should this be...
Maybe it has
hefty?
amazing graphics.
Yeah, 2D to 3D graphics. Look at the polygons there. It looks like something that you would do on a 3D developer tool, like for high school.
Yeah, kind of doesn't look like it was very good. You should let us know if you got ripped off on this or not.
I don't know. Okay, your turn. Passing it on.
All right, my turn. What am I going to go with? I've got a stack of stuff here. Boom. How about a copy of this beautiful game right here, Dragon Age Origins. So I like RPGs. I prefer JRPGs, but I do enjoy a decent Western RPG. And I had never played the Dragon Quest series. And this was not something I bought. This was gifted to me by my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
So, she had it sitting for years. She's a really, really big fan of the Dragon Age series. I keep trying to say Dragon Quest. She's a really big fan of Dragon Age. And when I told her I'd never played a Dragon Age game, she's like, take it.
It's a big price on that. Was that bought new?
Mm-hmm. It says on it right here, it has, I don't know, I think that's a GameStop sticker. Maybe, could be, could not be. It says pre-owned, $54.99. So this must have been right when it came out, because $55 for a pre-owned game is kind of harsh.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you played this game?
Not
unlike
yet.
me, like me, I don't play most of these games yet.
Everything else here that I've shown so far, and everything else I will show, with one exception, I've played. I have not played this yet, mostly because I'm kind of intimidated, because I know it's a long game, and if I like it, I'll never leave my apartment again.
I mean, why not start now?
All right now. I'm out.
The console's here, I believe.
Yeah, we have a PS3 here, so I'll do it.
All right.
What do you got next?
So I guess I'll move to my PS3 then, because
I did PS3, you got to copy me. Jeez, Christian.
To keep consistency. First off, we got Lollipop Chainsaw with the keychain.
Was that a pre-order thing?
No, it was. I bought it at a secondhand store.
Right,
and it's
I was
still
asking
sealed.
if this was like a pre-order bonus item.
I believe so. And there's a warning on it saying it's not a toy.
Lollipop Chainsaw is made by Suda51.
Okay.
Which he's eccentric to say the least. And Lollipop Chainsaw is definitely not one of his best works, and it's not necessarily a great game, but it's interesting, and it's worth trying out. And you got it sealed.
Yes, I did. And I will open this when I'm going to play it, obviously. And I've seen trailers and gameplay of this game before, and I actually really want to play just because it's fun. It looks fun. I don't care if it's the writing's better or anything like that, but you know, a title
weird.
like that, yeah,
It's
Lollipop
weird.
Chainsaw.
That's Suda51's biggest like selling point. He's weird and goofy. So
Talking about the same guy again, right?
Suda51 again.
Killer is Dead. Now, I actually bought this because you have this game, and
Yes.
I really like the gameplay and everything.
I have this exact box, not this one, but exactly the same box. And I let Christian try it out, and you're like, "Oh, this is so good."
Yep, and I got this. I was like, oh, this is the only copy I've seen, and I was like, might as well pick it up now. Maybe the price will go up from now or not. I think this is more expensive from when you bought it,
Yeah, I got it for about $14.
and this was 20. Okay.
So it is going up, but not by much. I don't expect it to be worth like, oh my god, $1 million in the future.
I mean, well, of course, but this is a collector's editions, and collector's editions tend to go up in price slowly in time, depending on the game, of course.
Yes, and it is a more obscure title, so maybe it's really nice though. You failed to mention that it has a really nice art book in it and all that fancy stuff.
But then people take it away from me.
Oh, good point. I really like that game. It's basically No More Heroes if they tried to be a little more serious with it.
If they were on a Nintendo console.
So I guess I'll go next. You know why? Because I can. I'm gonna do.
Well, you have there. I see like a bunch of stuff.
I do. First, another Super Nintendo game.
What is it?
Super Star Wars. If you haven't played Super Star Wars, this is the first one, so episode 4. It's really enjoyable. Somehow it's like really, really fun and really, really terrible at the same time.
Like, is it so good it's bad, or is it so bad it's good?
I don't know. That's the thing. I've never really been able to explain it because you're like, I'm having fun with this, but it feels like a really low budget kind of bad game. But it's still fun. And then it gets hard. And I mean hard.
Like,
It's a really difficult game, dude.
so it's a game till you die game right there.
Absolutely. We're going to have to do that now. Boom.
Boom. Anything else?
I've got a few more items, but I want to save them. I want you to go next because you got a bigger pile over there than I do.
I do. I guess I'll move on to the GameCube, right? First off, we have Super Monkey Ball, just the disc by itself. I didn't get it with the box and everything, sadly.
Still worth having because it's a great game.
Custom Robo.
Custom Robo. I actually had a copy of that, and I bought it for like $3 at a game store like 4 or 5 years ago. And I looked up the price, and it's selling for 30-ish, kind of fluctuating between 20 and 40.
I bought this for around the 20-ish range, but it was still worth it because if I get people to play with me, this game is absolutely a lot of fun, and the single player is also very fun.
It is great. It's a really good game. Kind of has a learning curve to it. It does take a little while for you to get good at it, but it's enjoyable for sure. I had 2 copies. That's how much I liked it. Sold the second one for $27, I want to say, when I bought it for $3.
I mean,
So-
that's a good profit, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Knowing my luck, it's gonna jump up to like $1 billion.
and I like robot games. You know, that's why I play Mega Man. It's a robot. Anyway, and lastly, Donkey Konga,
Donkey Konga,
because I do have the barrels.
which I gave you because I'm cool like that.
Yes. Now I have both of them and the Donkey Kong game that goes with the barrels. Now I think there's a racing game that goes with the barrels.
Yes, I think there is, but I think that one also got like put on the Wii later.
Possibly.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Now, the cool thing about this game is that it has copyrighted music on it too, which is interesting.
Especially for Nintendo.
Yeah, that's right. But this game is pretty hard also and pretty interesting because you use the bongos and then you clap to keep the rhythm going. Also, that's Donkey Kong's Final Smash.
Yes. We should play this sometime just to look like idiots.
Yeah, we just need to set up a table like this or something and a TV.
All right. I'm going to move on to Wii.
Just Harvest Moon.
Just Harvest Moon. So I bought a copy of Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility. It's kind of one of the more expensive Wii games. It's not too expensive. It's in like the $20 to $30 range. I really like Harvest Moon. It's one of my favorite series. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life is easily on my top 10 games of all time. This one, I've heard a lot of good things about. It's closer to the games I like in the series than some of the ones I dislike. So that's why I was interested in it. And it's certainly interesting. But it's got some weird kind of pedo-y stuff in it. For one thing, you can rub all the villagers to make them happy with your Wii remote. And two, as an adult man, you can marry a 9-year-old girl.
And this game is rated E for everybody, right?
Yep.
Harvest Moon, everybody. There you have it.
Harvest Moon, everybody. It's creepy a little bit, but still really enjoyable, and it looks really nice for a Wii title. So I'm glad I got that. Your turn again, bro.
All right, I'll move on to my Wii games and 2DS games, all right?
2DS?
Not 2DS, but DS. First off, Crash Man Over Mutants. I only got this game because it just to increase the Crash Bandicoot collection that I have, okay?
Are you missing any games of the series now?
The handheld version of this game.
Okay.
The DS version and all that. And some in between obscure ones.
Okay.
Like a party one on the DS and stuff like that. However, this game is okay. It tries to do the open world thing. We have to go to every place.
Mm-hmm.
Now the problem is it's kind of boring, unlike Crash Twinsanity, which did the same, but it was funny and it was more consistent and easier to do. And this game is like longer, and you had to beat the Crash. It's a beat 'em up also.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Now, my first experience with Crash Bandicoot, understand we're recording this, my first time ever playing it was yesterday. So, and I played Crash 3 and Crash 2 on our series game Till You Die.
Mm-hmm.
Christian, would you please annotate or leave a link in the description or something? Yeah, I'm making more work for you. And that was really fun. This does not look very fun, and I was kind of shocked by it because, like, ew.
Well, it's, I believe, Activision. Yeah.
Ew. It just looks gross. Like Crash Bandicoot. What happened to you?
I will tell you something, though. The cutscenes are hilarious for this game. Because they're all, like, parodies of something else. There's a... Spoiler alert, at the last cutscenes of this game is like a Dragon Ball Z-esque cutscene
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Against Dr. Neo Cortex. It's pretty hilarious.
That does sound kind of cool. But this redesign of Crash Bandicoot, is this the only game like this design is in?
The one before this one, the Crash Bandicoot, it's not Crash Bandicoot, it's Crash Attack of Titans.
Okay.
And then this is the sequel to that game.
I hate this design. I really do. Like, it looks very Uncanny Valley to me.
I mean, the gameplay is okay and it's solid gameplay, but besides that, it's not above average.
He's starting to scare me, so put that away.
I mean, the new, what is it, PlayStation, what is it, Skylanders?
Yeah.
Looks much better. And lastly, for the Wii, Metal Slug Anthology.
What a great game. I was actually kind of salty when I heard you got this because I've been looking for it for a while. I want the PS2 version preferably, but the Wii version's just as good.
Now,
and I'm like, man, Christian, why you got to do that?
I do have an answer for you for that. I was torn out for getting this one or the PS2 one. The PS2 one was a little bit more higher, so I got the Wii one, okay? Mm-hmm. So I could have gotten the PS2 one if I wanted to. But I got this one to save a little bit of money on my side.
However, it is a good thing, because at least I can borrow this from you, because I love Metal Slug. Mm-hmm. It's mine now.
Oh my god, no, not again.
Yes, again. Aha! We're actually doing this series just so I can steal Christian's games.
Vice versa, man.
Also, Metal Slug is really, really fun, but can get really difficult. I mean, they're arcade games, so they're quarter eaters, right?
I've played the arcade game when Kitsune-kan was here the first year. They had the machine, I'm sorry. And it was free to play, yeah. And we played it, and it was like, this game is a pain in the butt.
Would be great for doing Game Till You Die.
Well, we have how many here? 6? 6 episodes, 6 different Game Till You Dies.
Well, we better get started.
Right
now.
Wait. How many players is it?
Yep.
Enough players, 4 actually.
Yeah. Let's go.
Next one. Nintendo selects Ocarina of Time. I bought it because it was $20.
I have the original print, so I've got the rare one. My gosh.
Which is weird because they reprinted the original ones and they were like, here's the Nintendo Selects version.
Yep.
Nothing too excited about it. Just I got it because I do have Majora's Mask, which I think is much better than this one by a little bit, but they did mess up the swimming. That was it.
I actually really enjoyed the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. I thought it was really good.
Well, I haven't played it yet, but
play it. It's fun. I think it does just enough to make it better than the original without going overboard like Majora's Mask 3D did. So that's just my stance on it. I'd rather play it than Majora's Mask 3D.
All right, here's another remake. Kirby Superstar Ultra.
Which is Kirby Superstar from the Super Nintendo. Just remade.
Exactly, for the DS. And I played the original one. I have it on the Wii Virtual Console, and I love that game. I beat it all the way through. And why not do it again on the handheld, right?
Right. And it's a good game, and it does have some multiplayer features, which is pretty nice.
I think it's like download play.
Yeah, and I do have a copy of this, too.
Oh.
So,
all right, your turn.
my turn. I've been waiting long enough. So I've got a really cool item, the one that I'm most excited to show off. This item I found at one of my favorite places, thrift stores. I found it at a Goodwill. This is a preview disc for the Nintendo GameCube. I've never seen one of these preview discs before. They're not the most common things. They're not like jam packs on the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 where they're a dime a dozen. They're a lot harder to find. And I believe there are only like 2 or 3 different ones, and this is like the most well-known one. It's got demos for Sonic Adventure DX, Splinter Cell, Billy Hatcher, Viewful Joe. A lot of really good stuff. But here's the cool thing. Ooh, it's sealed.
Factory sealed.
Factory sealed in beautiful condition. There's not a dent in the ceiling. Ceiling. It's in flawless condition, and I got it for $1. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I don't have very much like sealed stuff. So this is something nice to have in my collection, especially since it's GameCube, which is my favorite console. I'm like, woo! I'm happy about that. And when we were getting ready to shoot this, I was laying out all my stuff over here so I could grab it easily. And Darian saw it. He's producing this video. Hi, Darian. Howdy.
Hello.
He's over there.
Behind the scenes.
He's waving to me. He's being shy.
Breaking the fourth wall right now.
Absolutely. And he's like, whoa, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, you're jealous, aren't you?
So how much is it on the market?
I'm not really sure, especially with obscure, weird things like that. Prices are kind of hard to get. I know an open one is about 25-ish.
Well,
but it's kind of hard sometimes with these kinds of things because not only can you set a price, but you actually have to find someone willing to buy it, which is harder than a normal game.
Because usually they're just demos, pretty much.
Right. But it's interesting, and especially if you're a Nintendo GameCube collector like I am, it's really cool.
All right.
Your turn.
All right, I'm going to finish off with 2 PS2 games. First off, Mr. Mosquito.
What a weird game.
With its everything, disc and manual.
Manuel.
Manual.
So why'd you get Mr. Mosquito?
Because Darian bought it, and I bought a better one.
Yeah, his is like all derpy and weird.
Yep.
Like the cover's not right. It's like
it's a piece of paper.
Yeah. So you just did it to show off to him.
Just to show off.
Yeah, he probably deserves it. So good.
All right.
Next.
And the next one is Time Splitters Future Perfect.
Wow. That takes me back. That game is so good. I did not play it on the PS2. I played it on the original Xbox, and it is definitely one of the best games on that system. And I assume the PS2 version is just as good.
Well, yes, of course.
Now I want to play it.
Game till you die.
Maybe.
All right. I am dried out. Anything else you have?
What, you don't have any more like amiibos hidden somewhere that you want to show off?
Just beside, it's just these ones again.
All right, so no, you don't have anything new that you want to show.
I have a plastic bag.
All right, I've got 2 last items. I've been in a Final Fantasy mood lately, especially since Darian and I have been talking about RPGs a lot recently, just something that's been coming up a lot. And both of us, our favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy 12.
Okay.
And I remembered that I don't actually have a copy of it, so I got one. I just ordered it, got it, good. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore. Mine.
So, what is this game about?
You're asking me to summarize a Final Fantasy game.
All right. Why do you like this game so much?
That's also hard. It's less turn-based than other Final Fantasy games. So it's still a turn-based game, but you're actually able to freely move around and like dodge attacks as you're going through your menus, choosing your moves. And it's just really nice. The story's nice, characters are really good, and the graphics. It is one of the best looking PS2 games around because it wasn't meant to be a PS2 game. It was originally supposed to be a PS3 game, but the PS3 was delayed, so they're like, oh, let's just put it on PS2.
And then didn't they do an HD?
Not yet. One is coming though.
Oh, one is?
Yes, we're getting one, but not yet.
Okay then.
Which is why I just wanted this for my collection. I'm not going to play it because I'm just going to play the HD version when it comes out. And my last item that I have is also Final Fantasy related, so that's why I'm doing them together. But it's not a game. I always like to throw in something that's gaming related, but not a game in one of these videos. And this time it's a figure. So I got a really good deal on this. This is a figure, I'm going to murder the name. It's Furion from Final Fantasy II. This is a figure of him from the Dissidia Final Fantasy line, which is... Have you played Dissidia Final Fantasy? Man, you're missing out. One of the most underrated parts of the Final Fantasy universe. It's like a 3D fighting game.
Okay.
Playing very much like a Kingdom Hearts game would, but as a fighting game. It's really, really enjoyable. It's on the PSP. And I really like it. And the figure line from it is wonderful. And I wanted this, so I got it. And I got a really good price on it. Typically, figures in this line are like $20, $25. I got it for $8, complete in its box. And I immediately opened it because I'm not the type of person who keeps their figures in the box.
Well, those ones are going to be open, well, later.
I like opening my figures and displaying them. And this one, it has no like articulation. You can't move anything on it, really. But it looks really cool. I like it.
It's a plastic statue.
Well, with that, we're done. That's all the games we've got recently.
This is our summer, what was it? Just our summer extravaganza, super show, whatever.
Super Mario, yeah, Super Show, we're good. Super Mosquito, Mr. Mosquito Super Show, whatever you want to call it, we're done. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're jealous of some of the items we got, you guys should hit that like video. You should subscribe to Gaming Buzz if you haven't. Let us know what other games we should pick up that we haven't to show off and gloat about. Christian's like, you're planning something, aren't you?
Well, if I save my money now, I'll probably get more stuff.
That's typically how it works.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you for the next Gaming Buzz pickup video. Bye.
Probably in like 4 months.
See ya. We make no promises.